Alright, hello over there and welcome to the Net Social Blog channel. So in this video we are going to be taking a look at how to create and send newsletter on WordPress. So in this video I'm going to be making use of a test website and also a WordPress plugin called the newsletter plugin. So this newsletter plugin is to enable us to be able to create a newsletter form and even send newsletter campaign without leaving our WordPress dashboard. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to generate a test website for this particular process. So I'm going to use a service tool called TestWP. So TestWP is a service that allows you to generate a WordPress website instance for trying out a plugin or a theme, or even to experiment with a website. So I'm going to be using TestWP to generate a website that we'll be using for this particular demo. So now I'm accessing the TestWP service by using my referral link here, which is testsocialblog.com/testwp. So as you can see, it said get a taste of WordPress. That is, you can be able to set up a new WordPress instance. So I'm going to set up a new WordPress instance by clicking on the agree with your terms and then set it up. So and in a few minutes it's going to start setting up my website. So now I have a brand new WordPress website generated for me. So I'm going to click on access it now to access the dashboard. So when I go to the dashboard, now I have I'm presently inside the dashboard with the WordPress version 6.2. So I'm just going to dismiss this. Okay, got it, dismiss. So the next thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to change the website title name. So this is actually optional, since I'm just going to say example website. So and this just another WordPress site by just another dummy example website. So okay, and I'm going to save changes. Okay, so now I have a brand new website, which is this, and presently now the website have a theme of the default, I think 2023 theme. So I prefer using Astra theme on my website, so I'm just going to click on add new and install the Astra theme on my website. So then click on the install and it's going to start the installation process, and when it's done installing, I'm going to activate it on the website. So now I have I have the website. So let me also install a starter template so that I won't have a so now this is how my website looks like, but I don't want to have a an empty website just like this. So I'm just going to generate a starter template to use for this particular demo. So let me click build your website now, and I'm going to find, let me use a blog, starter template blog, and let's see if I can see a free. Okay, I'm not quite sure if there is a free theme. Okay, so I think there is a free. I'm just looking for something quite simple actually. Okay, so let's use this vlogger. So I'm going to skip all these and then just something quite simple. So continue and skip, continue, submit, and build my website. So Astra is now going to start generating a dummy website for this present website that we're going to use. The reason why I did that is I don't want to have a dummy website like this. I want to have a fully fledged website for this process. So I'm going to also close this page since I'm not going to be making use of it again. So now it said done and redirecting me in 0 seconds. So now my website is ready, and it just took 80 seconds to build. So now let me refresh my website and see how it looks like. So booyah. So now I have a website which is actually a website meant for a vlogger. So so perfect. So now we are going to start with this. So let me log into I'm going to close this and then log into my dashboard. So now let's say this is I have a website like this and I want to I want to be able to have a newsletter page on my website whereby people can subscribe to the form, and I will also be able to send newsletter to them. So the first thing that you need to do is to install a newsletter form on your website, so that people can be able to enter the form and input the form and enter their email, and then when they subscribe to your website, then you can now be able to send them an email. So I'm going to do that by yes, perfect, thank you. So now the first thing I'm going to do is, like I earlier mentioned, we're going to be using a WordPress plugin called the newsletter plugin. So these newsletter plugins enable us to actually be able to integrate a newsletter functionality with our website, and also be able to create and send newsletter. So in order to use the plugin, so I'm going to go to plugins, then click on add new, and when I click on add new, I'm going to search for newsletter. So when I press enter, then it's going to show me the list of several newsletter plugin that is in a WordPress plugin repository. So we have MailPoet, we have newsletter, we have simple newsletter, we have email newsletter marketing, and the likes, and so many much of them. So the plugin that I'm going to use here is called the newsletter this, which is by Stefano Lisa and the newsletter team. So and then I'm going to click on install now. So when I click on install now, it's going to start the installation process, and when it starts the installation, when it's done, I'm going to click on activate. So after clicking on activate, it's going to show me this demo that welcome to the newsletter plugin, and thank you for choosing the best management system for WordPress. So and I'm going to click on next. So then it said I should choose which name and email address you'd like to appear as the sender of your newsletter. So let me just say let me just enter a name. Let me say Tunde Sanusi Turam, and then my email admin@netsocialblog.com. Then click on next. So then it also asks me subscription form. That is, this is where you set up. You can always change this later actually, but you can also as well do the settings there. So when I click on ask for their name, so it's going to add a name field on the subscription form, and if I actually toggle on the privacy checkbox button, it's also going to show the privacy checkbox button. But for now I don't need this. So then the subscribe button label, so you can, instead of using the default text which is subscribe, I can actually change it to something else. I can say sign me up. So instead of using the default subscribe button, so you can actually change the text, and I'm also going to click on next. So then it now says subscription and edit page creation. So that means it has created this page. So and the where my visitors can be able to subscribe and they can edit their preferences. So then I'm going to click on next, and then it also tells me that if I can also test if my this is work. So if you want to test whether your website can send text email, so I'm just going to enter my email and click on send a text message. So when I click on send a text message, it's going to send it. But because I'm using a dummy text, so that might actually be an error in the mail configuration. So the process, the dummy staging website that I'm using is just for demonstration purposes. So I'm sure if you are doing this on your live website, is not going to have this issue. So I'm going to click on next, and then it also asks me, do I want to add the newsletter to my sidebar? So if I want to add it to my newsletter, I can click on take me there, and it's going to take me there. But for now, I'm not doing that now. I'm going to click on next. Then I can now start using the newsletter plugin. That is, everything has been set up. So now the one thing that you should notice is that when you install just like anytime that you install the plugin on WordPress, depending on the functionality that you want the plugin to do, so there's going to be some new changes that you experience in their website. So for instance, if you are using let's say the WordPress importer tool, if you install it, you'll be able to access it from tools. So this newsletter plugin that I just installed, so you can see there is now the newsletter option, the newsletter tab from here at the choice here. So if I also go to my pages, a new page has been added. So called it, let me search this sample page. I don't need it. So now a newsletter page has been created on my website for the newsletter page, and if I should view the page, so I'm going to see this. So this is actually a newsletter page where people can subscribe to the phone. So I can enter my name and also enter my email. So let me say example testing, and then click on sign me up. So great. So anytime this newsletter page can be accessed by going to your website link /newsletter. So anytime a user come to this page and enter their details, is going to be they are going to be able to subscribe to your newsletter, and you can see all your newsletter subscribers by going back to your dashboard, then clicking the subscriber. So when you click on the subscriber, so you can see we have this example.testing.com, which is me, and which we also have the admin here. So let me refresh the page and also subscribe for a new one. So let's say I have a username called Prince Deremi, and the person's mail is deremi@testing.com. So if I click on sign me up, so okay, so now this is actually a spam subscription. So this because it's detecting the spam registration due to the way it is done. But let me see if I can try that again. So I'm just trying to show you how users can subscribe to your form. So this is actually a spam detection now. Okay, so fine, it has subscription that subscribe. So if I should refresh this page, so I'm not going to have 3 subscribers. So I have the first one, which is by default the admin of the website email will be automatically subscribed, and then this is the second one that I just did, and this is the third one that I did now. So you can either edit the list or you can delete them. So let's say if I want to edit the subscribers there, so I'm going to just click on this, and then I can change their name or even their email. So and even I can even their gender, male, and I can change their status from whatever that I want to do. So that's how to install a newsletter plugin and also use it on your page. So you have this page. Anytime you want users to subscribe to this, you can have this. You have this page by default for people to subscribe. So now let me add this page to my menu bar, which is just at the top of my website here. So I'm going to click to appearance, menus. So then what I want to do is I want people to be able to join my newsletter from the menu here. So I'm just going to scroll down here, and I'm going to click on this, then add to menu. So then I click on this, and I can drag this here. So just after vlog, and click on save menu. So now when I refresh my website, so now I have the home, about all, vlog, and the newsletter page here, GS get in touch. So when people click on the newsletter, so it's going to take them to a page where they can actually sign up to my newsletter. So far, so we have been able to what we have been able to do, creating and sending a newsletter on WordPress. So far so good. We have been able to install a newsletter plugin on our website. So 2, we have also been able to configure and set up the newsletter plugin, and also test out the newsletter subscription form to see if it is working perfectly by going to our the newsletter page. So the newsletter page that I'm talking about, it's actually this page. And also we've been able to browse the list of all subscribers to website. So what I mean by the list of the subscribers is we've been able to see that by going to the newsletter here, then the subscribers here. So when you go to the newsletter and the subscribers, you'll be able to see the list of all the subscribers that have subscribed to your website so far. So the next thing that we're going to do is how to add a newsletter form on any part of our website. So there we're going to have on the home page using Elementor, and be on sidebar using widgets. So now the next thing that we're going to try out is adding the subscriber form on any part of our website. So depending on what you use to build your website, so whether it is Elementor, block editor, beaver builder, divi, or any plugin that you use to build your website. So we're going to see how we can add the newsletter form on our website. So since this present website is actually built using Elementor, like you earlier seen where I generated it using the abstract starter template, so I'm not going to use Elementor to add the newsletter form on my website homepage using Elementor. So now how am I going to do that? So the next thing I want to do is I'm going to click on edit with Elementor, since this entire page is actually built with Elementor, and I'm going to click on edit with Elementor. That is, I want to edit my website homepage. But before I do that, the first thing that you have to we have to talk about is you have to first decide where you want your newsletter the newsletter form to be in. So now I have this first section here with the legal section, I have this second section, I have this I also have the start here, I have the feature vlog here, I have this thumbnail here, and I have this. So I think the perfect place that would be to add my newsletter the newsletter form here is either here, or just beneath the contact form here. So it's going to be either of the two. So now let's see how we can add the newsletter form to our home page. We do that in just a few moments. So now the first thing that I'm going to do is I want to see how I can add the form on my home page using Elementor. So if you want to insert the form on any page of your website, so you get to click on edit with Elementor. That is, I want to edit the page builder that this website is built on is with Elementor. So now recall that where you want to add the form is where I wish to add my form is just beneath the contact form here. So and you can decide to actually add yours in any part of your website page. You can even decide to add it just above the about me, and any part that you wish to add yours to. So then where I'm going to add mine to is just at the footer of just here. So I'm going to click on the plus sign, click on it, add new column, and then I'm going to use the newsletter shortcode. So search for shortcode and then drag the shortcode here. So when I drag the shortcode here, so the newsletter shortcode is this. So it the opening square bracket newsletter underscore form, then close the bracket and click on update. So when I click on update and I refresh the website, then I should have my form just here. So now I have my form here, and I can decide to add an heading text just at the header that said that says join my newsletter. So and then I'm going to click this to add it for, then centralize it and then update. Okay, I think having a bit of connection issue. Okay, now let me update it again. So then when I refresh this, so now I have joined my newsletter. So that means anyone can actually join, sign up. Let's say example name and hello at example.com, and then you can click on sign me up. So and then your subscription has been confirmed. So if I should log into my dashboard and I check my subscribers list, so subscribers, so that means I'm going to see this, which is this person that just signed up on my form. So that's how to add the form on your on the home page. So now let's say you want to add it on your sidebar using widget. So if you want to add it on your sidebar using widget, so you have to go to the appearance, then you go to widgets, and by going to the widget, you see depending on the theme that you are using, you see different places that you can add it to. So we have the main sidebar for the theme that I'm presently using, which is the Astra theme. So I have the main sidebar, the header, the footer bar section, footer bar section 2, and this. So let's say I want to add it to the main sidebar. So I'm going to click on the main sidebar, and then I'm going to select, assuming in this case I want to add it just beneath the recent post. So I'm going to click on the plus sign using the block editor, and then search for newsletter. So when I search for newsletter, there are different ways that I can insert your newsletter form plugin. So I can just decide to use the newsletter minimal, and then when I use the newsletter minimal, and I'm going to click on update. So since this website is a one-page website, so if I want to see the widget side, I'll have to go to the blog section of my website. Then I'm going to click on blog. Okay, so it seems the blog section is all here. So let me check my settings. Reading. Okay, let me create a page and call it blog. Publish, and then set the settings. I just wanted to, the purpose of this is just to show you how I was able to add it to the sidebar of my widget. So I'm going to click on blog, so that you can be able to see that you can add it using Elementor, and you can add it using so I'm going to click on my website, then /blog. So now I have this blog, but this blog is not showing the sidebar. So let me check the page if it's going to show. I want the sidebar to be able to show on the blog section. So I'm going to see the page attributes. Okay, that means I'll have to check my appearance section. So customize. So and blog archive. Do I want my sidebar? Yes, definitely I want my sidebar to show, definitely. So and then single post, I also want my sidebar to show. I want my sidebar to show, then publish. So the reason why you are not actually seeing it is because the default design does not enable you to show the sidebar, but now I've set it to show my sidebar. So now let's refresh. So now I have my sidebar show. So you can see here, this is the newsletter plugin here. So I can also add a title here, the same way that I did for the one that I had in my own page here. So I can add an heading just above here, and add heading, and make the heading an H5, and say join my newsletter, and then update this. So when I update this and I refresh my website, so now I have joined my newsletter, and user can, enable to, anyone can hello world at example.com, and then click on sign me up. So now if I should go to my newsletter again and click on subscribers, then they are going to have hello world at example.com. But because I didn't attach the name feed there, so that's why it's not showing the name feed here. So in your own case, you have to ensure that you also enable it to show not only the email, but the form feed, the first name feed. And you can do that by actually changing it to, instead of using the newsletter minimal, I can add something else. So newsletter, so let's check this. Okay, this is actually not the one that I tend to use, the newsletter subscription form. And then when I update and we check the blog section, and then you have subscribe to now. So it's something that you can actually change in your newsletter plugin. So now that's how to add the plugin on your home page and on your sidebar. So the next part that we're going to look is how to actually send a newsletter from our dashboard. So that is how to send a newsletter from our dashboard. Now let's go back to our newsletter. So you can do this by going to your dashboard. So I'm going to let me start from the beginning so you can be able to see the process. So this is my website. So this is the website that I generate, and this is my dashboard. So then you go to newsletter, then click on newsletters, and when you click on newsletters, then you have this we have this, and you have this tab here. So and click on newsletters, and then click on create newsletter. That is, I want to create a newsletter. So then you have a different, you can use any of the predefined options there, and you can either decide to start yours with raw ATM. So let's say I want to use a simple call to action. I'm just going to click on simple call to action, and you can see I have this generated for me, and this is the image that is going to show. I can say for snippet is simply a title that shows the subject that shows on your email. So I can say welcome to NetSocial blog example site. So and then the snippet you can have are you wondering what NetSocial blog is all about? Yeah, please take a moment to read this. So this just a snippet that is going to show, like if you click on this, you'll be able to a snippet is simply something that shows here. As you can see, this is the subject title, this is the sender name, and this is a snippet. So a snippet is something that is very short, so you have to click short. I can even decide to delete this time. It has to be something very short. And then I have the body here. So this is the header. So I have the logo here. So if there's a logo, I can use a logo. So I can click on this sign, then where I can actually design only the logo or title and motto. So if I click on title and motto, it's going to delete the logo, and then I'm going to click on apply, then settings. So then I'm going to have this. So this is actually generated from the website names and the website title, and then I have a domain image here. So if you want to change this email, you can use your own image that you so wishes. So let me just let me see if I can download a new image from T-Cells. So and let me say welcome on board. Okay, let me use this image instead, and I want to use a 640 by 480 pixels size. So I'm going to download the 640 by 480 size, and I'm going to click on the image and upload the image here. So then click on upload the image. So now I have the image here, and I have it inserted in my this thing here. So this is the search button, this is the call to action button. You know, the predefined template that we actually use is a call to action button. So I can just say I can click on this sign here, and instead of follow us, I can say visit YouTube channel, and then I can enter the YouTube channel, https youtube.com/@NetSocial blog. Then I can also change the color here from something more attractive. So you can see that this has changed, and so I have this, and I can decide to also change it, the text that is there. Subscribe to our website to stay updated with our latest tech social media and WordPress tips to stay cool. And then I can also add a link to here, that is our website, which is at netsocialblog.com, netsocialblog.com. So, and the target sign, you can start it to open a new window or you close that down. So I would prefer to have it in a new window set. So now, and when I'm done with that, I'm going to click on the apply, and it's going to change the text here. And then we have these three options here. So when I'm done with that, I'm not going to click on save. See there, now that I have my subject, I have my subject here, I have my snippet here, I even have my body of the content here, that I'm now good to go. So I can save this as a preset. So I can say onboard email. So I can save this as a preset in case I want to use it in another email. This is going to be automatically saved. So you can see that it can save. So if I want to send a new campaign, I can always use it anytime that I wish it. So then when I'm done with my email, so when I'm done with this, I can use okay, so now let's go back. Now that we are done with this, then I'm going to click on next. That is, I'm done with my subject title, my snippet, and my body contents. I'm going to click on next. Then after clicking on next, it's going to show me the next page, so which is this, and it's going to ask me if I want to target where I want people to like, for instance, if I want to match all of my list, or if I want to target only male or female. So you can say, it said my subscribers list are 5 in total. So if I'm perfect with all of that, I'm going to click on send now, and then start real delivery. So, and then by default, it's going to start sending my message to all of my recipients. So that's how to create a newsletter on the newsletter plugin. So, oh sorry, I think my network just got connected again. Okay, let's hope this works perfect. Okay, so now it says now sending. So that means my newsletter is now sending. So if you want to see all the newsletter you have sent so far, you click on newsletter. So you can see, so it said sending 0 out of 5. So it's also going to show you the progress of your newsletter. So that's how you all need to know about creating and sending a newsletter on plugin. If you enjoyed this tutorial, feel free to visit our website at netsocialblog.com, and you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel by going. So feel free to visit our website at netsocialblog.com, and you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/@netsocialblog. See you in the next video. Bye.